Good morning. I feel like I might have found the hill I'm going to die on, as they say, regarding we are chasing the wrong thing. What if I told you that? We are chasing the wrong thing. We, in health, with regards to our health, we have been chasing fat loss forever. And instead, we need to be chasing muscle gain. Think on that for a minute. Instead of trying to chase losing fat, chasing gaining muscle. The more I frankly learn about muscle and the importance, the stronger and stronger I believe that. I'm chasing my strongest self now. And it feels good. It feels good to be lifting weights. It feels good to be eating enough protein, which is like 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. It takes conscious effort to eat that much. And also getting rest. Our bodies actually don't get stronger. We don't build muscle when we're actually lifting weights. It's when we are resting. A good sleep is key for that. One of the biggest things at my most recent talk that I got the most feedback on was talking about how we lose muscle as we age. We start to lose muscle at age 30, and unfortunately, the news doesn't get better from there. However, we can do something about it. We typically lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass a decade. And it's hard because at first you might not notice it a whole lot. But then once you get, 60s, 70s, and you're like, aren't able to go to the bathroom by yourself, can't reach up, getting things out of the cupboards, opening jars. I don't know about you, but I want to be able to do those things. Yes, I love being active and I love being outside. I love running, yoga, lifting weights, golfing, and that's also part of my impetus to take care of myself now. Because I want to be able to do those things as long as I can. And ultimately, the goal is to be able to live independently as long as I can. And we do have control over that. Certainly, there are things that can happen out of our control, but why not take control of something that we can? And it's never too late. A lot of people think that, like, once you reach a certain age or whatever, it's like too late. It's, there's no point. And that is absolutely false. That is total BS. It's never too late. On the same token, it's not too soon. Even if you are young and healthy, that is the best time. That's the easiest time to start taking care of yourself. I know that's one thing I've learned on my journey is I was in phenomenal shape 10 years ago doing long distance triathlons. And then I still was active for several years, but it kind of slowly faded. And it is a slow thing over time. You don't realize it till it's like, wow, I really need to do something about this because I am heading in a direction I don't want to go. It's time, turn the ship around, as they say. And it's never too late to do that. we can build muscle. I heard a really cool thing that was like a study showed like a 90-year-old after 12 weeks strength training gained muscle. I can't remember if they measured how much muscle mass or how much strength, but it's never too late and it's never too soon. And I really am, as much as I've been an endurance junkie and I love running and I'm still gonna run, I'm believing more and more the importance of strength training. And strength training really is fairly simple. There's lots of different programs out there and you can follow them. I'm back to kind of the basics, following Mike Matthews' book. The women's version is Thinner, Leaner, Stronger, and the men's version is Bigger, Leaner, Stronger. But it's very simple. And I'm following the 3 days a week option. And honestly, it takes me like 30 to 40 minutes max. And it's lifting heavy weights where you are starting to strain. And the other thing is basically the idea of progression, that each week you are either doing more reps or lifting more weight. And maybe you get to a point where it's a combination. But this program, it's just typically like 5 exercises. You do a short warm-up, do a couple warm-up sets, and off you go. 3 sets of each exercise. And it doesn't take that much. Seriously, like less than 2 hours a week. And it is a huge, huge investment in your body for the long haul. Because the more muscle you have, frankly, the harder you are to kill. It's true. There is research that shows that if a person has heart disease, the more muscle they have, the likely they are to live longer. The more muscle you have, you are going to be able to fight off illnesses and injuries and recover faster from any kind of injury, illness, disease you encounter. I mean, muscle is the superpower. And again, I'm at the point, I didn't used to lift weights 10 years ago when I was doing triathlons. Totally all endurance, except for my once a week hot power yoga. But now I've learned better, and I'm sharing that with you, that muscle is so key. And again, it's strength training. And that's lifting heavy stuff. And maybe initially you are just doing body weight things, and that is okay. Maybe you're doing some body weight squats, doing push-ups on your knees. And we all have to start somewhere. But the idea is that you progress to the point, you're pushing yourself, you're lifting heavy things. Ideally, at least 3 times a week. Again, about 30 minutes, I would say, is the minimum. And you can get in a pretty good workout in that time. So strength training, lifting heavy stuff. Secondly, eating protein. That's how our bodies build muscle. And thirdly, also giving our bodies the rest it needs. If you're doing those 3 things, and actually I would add in a 4th here, as I'm out on my walk, getting some sort of other movement in. And yes, I love running. I'm running 3 to 4 times a week now. It feels so good. But walking, it's getting more movement in our days. It doesn't have to be deemed necessarily exercise, but movement. Walking is an easy thing to do that. But if there's any kind of movement you enjoy, doing that as well. And it's just, even now, I've been back at it just a few weeks after travel in May. And it is amazing how much in a few weeks how much stronger I feel, how much better I feel. It helps with confidence. All of these things that we want. I mean, think about it. In less than 2 hours a week, there's no excuses. It's making a plan. When am I fitting in these 3 workouts? Personally, I think morning is best. When I work doing dentistry, I am toast at the end of the day. And the idea of working out is like not going to happen. Maybe a walk, but nothing too intense. So the morning before, hits the fan and it doesn't happen. And there's no, I'm going to try. I'll see if I have time to get a workout in. I, again, call BS. Because if you do that, it's not going to happen. Ask me how I know and what I've witnessed. Making a plan and sticking to it. I like to sit down on Sundays, kind of look at the week ahead and basically write in my workouts. And yes, there's many mornings when I'm working. I have to be up about 5, a little after 5 to get my workouts in before work. And yes, I would love to stay in bed longer. However, I know I'm going to feel better. I'm going to have a better day if I start off investing in myself, investing in my future self by getting a workout in. So again, this might be a hill I end up dying on, especially for us dental professionals. So many of us have pain. So many of us end up disabled. And I've been there. I've been partially disabled. I've had pain. And there's many things that helped improve it. But one of the biggest things was getting my body healthier, getting my body stronger. So key. That's going to allow us, if we want to, work longer. And it's going to allow us to be able to do the things that we enjoy. I don't want to leave that decision up to something else when I can invest in myself, control that for the future. Be able to be strong enough and healthy enough to live the life that I want. And I want that for all of you.